So now that you can take the emotion out of Saturday, what was your thoughts of how you guys played defensively?
I think we did good. I think the effort was there. I think we played hard. It's just fine-tuning details. It's just getting better.
What specifically did you feel like you did really well, and maybe the defense did really well, and maybe needs to really pick it up on?
It doesn't come down to just one specific thing or pointing fingers. It becomes everybody has to get better together, and that doesn't matter if that's DBs or that's a D tackle. Because if a D tackle does his job perfectly, it makes it easier for everybody along the ranks. In the same way above, from DBs down to the D tackles.
Yeah. How did you feel like the line played in general?
I think good.
There seemed like there was rotations, getting guys off the field.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a circus, wasn't it?
For D-line, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It means we have enough guys that are good enough to be able to play in the games, which means that we can stay fresh and be able to bring hard-hitting guys and guys that are ready to go after it after every single play, so we don't have to wear a guy out for 80 plays in a game. It can be maybe he takes 40 and then another guy's take 30, which means you can stay fresh and really hunt it.
Yeah.
Stay hungry.
There were a couple of guys making they're playing their first games on the D line. How did you think Sione and Thomas performed in their first action?
Oh, awesome! Sione got a sack. Sione was in on a sack. Of course, it's awesome to see a young guy be able to climb up and really take and start playing. Sio is a guy coming from the O-line. He's a phenomenal athlete, I think. Really strong, really powerful. It's just awesome to see them be able to take spots and just play with us, which is awesome.
Have you kind of taken on a leadership role in getting them accustomed to that position?
I don't think so. I don't think I've taken on a leadership role. I don't think leadership is taken. I think it's given. If the guys think that I'm a leader, then I guess I am. But other than that, no.
Coach Tibisar mentioned you guys kind of focused on the topic of execution on Sunday when you looked at film and just beating the guy across from you. I guess, how do you take what he says and just the execution process and make sure you apply it to practice come game time?
Say that again.
Pretty much the execution aspect. How do you make sure that you take that next step and follow through with it?
It's being able to watch yourself and improve, and that's what the execution is. Knowing what you need to do, and like especially watching yourself in practice. Are you doing the right things that you're supposed to do every day that you want to see in a game, and not just being like, oh, I'm doing this, it's fine, and then you shrug it along. So you just watch yourself improve and like learn, basically.
He pointed out that Anže play where he said he showed you guys on Sunday because that was a situation where he didn't necessarily scheme for a sack, but it was everybody kind of did their job. Does that resonate with you when you see a play like that on film?
Of course. It resonates with everything we do, because it's the same thing that I talked about. It was just like, if the guys as a DB all the way to a D tackle does their job, things happen that are good for the defense. It's the same thing. That's what you call coverage sacks, or you call pressure picks, or like it goes all the way through the ranks. It doesn't matter if it's just like really good D lineman or a really good DB. So you see that all the way through.
What have you seen from Hawaii in studying them?
They're a team. It's just like any other opponent. We study to become the best we can. Play Sunday or Saturday, to be able to just study everything we see, be able to learn from them, and see what we can do and how we're supposed to face off against their O-linemen as D linemen, like for the DBs, see how their receivers are, etc., etc. It's just learning and getting better every day.
How much do you think this group has improved in run defense? It seemed like Purdue didn't really necessarily have the explosive plays in the running game that we've seen against you guys in the past.
No, it's hard to say, because like especially with the run defense, like that's who we are. I think we put a lot of emphasis on it, and I think like that shows. But we still allow explosive plays, and those are the ones we're trying to minimize as much as we can. We can't satisfy until we have a perfect game, and that's what we're striving for.
How was it getting back in that true road environment for the first time in a couple of years?
It was fun. I won't lie. It was fun to be able to go out there and have 50,000 people in the stands. It was awesome. It was cool to be able to do that again, especially after 2 years of COVID and last year of nobody in the stands. It was empty. It was really fun to be able to travel with the guys, see the guys, especially new guys traveling. It's awesome.
On the flip side, are you excited to have those fans on your side this week, have that chainsaw roaring on third down?
Oh yeah, of course. It's home. It's Go Bees. Of course, I want like all the students, all the fans here. It's fun. It's also it's a little different going home and going away. Of course, it's different. You kind of get this like, I'm gonna prove you wrong kind of mentality when you go on the road, whereas here it's like, I want to make everybody behind me proud. So it's, of course.
You guys started the last 2 years 0-2. What would a win do Saturday in terms of the mental confidence aspect? I know that it'd be 1-1, but is there anything more than that that would give any more confidence or anything else?
I don't think, like a lot of the guys, we go over this a lot, is just be able to go 1-0 every week. So we don't really look behind us as much. So I don't think 1-1 would be as big of a factor than outside of here. Like, we don't look at it like that. It's just being able to win every week.
Saturday night would be better.
Of course.
That would be the big thing.
Yeah, of course. It's 1-0 this week, and that's all we're aiming for. And that doesn't mean that next week we're going to be like, oh, we're 2-0. No, we're 1-0. We try to go 1-0 every week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the record is. We just try to win every game.